Hello everyone, I'm Jim Masters and welcome to CU TV News. This is the show where we talk to today's top thinkers from all around the world to bring you information, inspiration, and thought-provoking ideas that you can put to use in your personal or professional life right now. Today my special guest is Dr. Martha Latz. Dr. Latz is a senior psychotherapist, life and relationship coach, and owner of a unique therapy center, which provides professional therapeutic assistance and life coaching for individuals, couples, and families. Dr. Latz holds a PhD in marriage and family therapy, 2 Masters of Science degrees, one in family medical therapy and a second master's degree in marriage and family therapy, and a Master's of Art in pastoral ministries. She centers her sessions on her listening skills, offering solid communication and attaining balanced solutions. Her effortless approach is about uncovering the solution rather than fixating on the problem. Dr. Latz expertly conducts her therapy on how she can best reach her client more directly, rapidly, and effectively. Early on, when you look at your life and your career, what are some of the things that inspired you along the way to realize that this is what you were meant to do? This is your calling. This is your passion to help others.
People would just gravitate, but they wouldn't come in big groups. They would just come one-on-one. And I thought, this is kind of interesting that would happen. People would say, okay, can I talk to you about something?
Talk to you about something?
Yeah, and it just continued to mushroom into that.
So did it seem as though you were beginning to recognize these skill sets and gifts and talents that you had, or were people gravitating to you and recognizing them in you, or were both things happening simultaneously?
I think in the beginning, I think it was people recognizing.
Coming to you.
Yeah, it was just sort of like natural, they would come and, okay, we'd talk and we'd chit-chat. It began to evolve more. I began to read more and more on my own in high school on psychology of the mind and what was going on there. And I thought, maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. I didn't know that. But I didn't go back to school for the actual degrees until I was much older. So, so there was a lot going on. So if anybody's toying with going back to school at an older age, I'd say go for it, because there's something there, because there's a maturity level that's there.
So then you created this practice with all of the education and sort of building the foundation for the work that you do in this life's journey, a journey you continue to this day, in these pursuits of helping others and helping others heal and be satisfied and fulfilled in their lives. A unique therapy. Tell us about this and what your vision, when you came up with the name, what was the vision for the name and for what you wanted to offer people?
Well, when I started thinking about the uniqueness of people, when people would come to talk to me or my friends or whatever, they were all different. Their stories were not cookie cutter. They had their own strengths and their own weaknesses, their own what they wanted to do with their lives and how they were approaching things. And I thought to myself, it's really you can't put people in just one category. You have to be open to allow them to express themselves. So it's the uniqueness, and it's as I reflected back as I was studying and when I was going to be opening the practice, I thought, they're all unique stories, and they all need to be heard. Not only heard, Jim, but honored. Mm-hmm. Not told that their story is not special. Right. Not told that what they're feeling is not right. Not told that they are not supposed to talk about that. If it's something that's there and it's part of you, you should have the freedom to be able to express it, mm-hmm. and to have it honored. And one of the things that I say to anybody that comes to me on face-to-face is, thank you for inviting me into your life and your journey. I always say some form of that, because it's so unique. And everybody has how they heal differently.
Yeah, it really is true, and you realize that because it can't be really a cookie-cutter approach. You have your certain methodologies, techniques, and the way that you go about things, but you really customize it for the issues and the background and the situations that your clients are really going through, right?
Different people that have come to see me, and they come with their belief system, the belief system that they grew up in, the belief system that they decided, well, I don't want part of that anymore.
Right, doesn't work for me.
Yes, and they're exploring differently, or that that they're starting in they started one career and they're changing and switching off to another career, and all of that, everything that they go through, even hard tragedies, big traumas, it's something that's part of their lives. And so if it's part of their lives, then it needs to be honored. Well, if it's part of their lives, then if I would say to somebody that had a really big trauma, I would do some sort of behavioral thing. It's not going to hit them, but being narrative. Tell me your story. Tell me how that affected you. Tell me how did you think to do that at that time. That seems to open a little bit more of a door.